Okay, are we have the announcement been made? So we will get started with our track. So it is kind of 10:30 and we have about 1 hour. So I will try to be brief. We have actually 4 topics to kind of go through. I will try to be brief and of course all the information is available on the our wiki sites. So this first I will be covering the Wikimedia chapter, India chapter introduction. So as you can see that this is the India chapter and of course all the Indian languages chapter and the members all contribute for all the Indian languages. My outline would be like this: history, objectives, organization, past events, what are the kind of initiatives. That initiatives will be actually projects. I will take you to the projects pages. So as you all know, Wikipedia got started in 2001. Right, and we celebrated our 10th anniversary of the Wikipedia across the world in January. But if you look at our first Indian Wikipedias, they have started appearing in 2002, 2003. I think Assamese, Bengali, Assamese, Odia, they are actually some of the first Wikipedias to start. So once the Wikipedias got started, then there was a talk of chapters, and the first initiative about the chapter was in 2004-2005 time frame. Then there is a second initiative about the chapter 2006 and 2007. Then there is a third initiative about the chapter in 2008-2009. So like most software, you really need some 3 iterations to be perfect. I'm glad to say that the third iteration was successful. So we have a chapter as in 2011. And I have the kind of a opportunity to be part of this kind of a initiative. So although we started in 2008, the chapter subcommittee of the foundation needs to give an approval. It took some time, then the registration process, so it took its own time. So that is how we actually, although we started December 2008, we ended up in January 2011 with the registration. So next few slides I will actually take you through some of the visuals, nice visuals of different meetings that have happened in this period, maybe till about March of 2011. As I said, the initiatives have been going on for 2004. So if you want to talk of the first Wikipedia related event in India, this is the Kannada Wikipedia or Wiki Meetup. That was organized in April 2006. You can recognize some of the noted Kannada linguists and distinguished people, Ananthamurthy and Venkatesubaya. So this was the first that was kind of organized. Next was in 2006 when Jimmy Wales visited, and again there was a group of people in Bangalore who kind of came together to talk about Wikipedia and what could be done. So you can see that some of the people that were present in that session. Actually, this is where my story starts as a Wikipedian. So when Jimmy Wales visited again in December 2008, I happened to come to know about it through the mailing list, and I attended this. Lecture that was organized by Center for Internet and Society. So that time actually there was again a talk of what is happening to the chapter. There has been some talks but no action. So that is how actually we kind of had some follow-up discussions, and that is, our chapter is a result of all that. You can see on the right other meetings that Jimmy attended in Chennai, of course in Bangalore, also where I think our Tamil Wikipedian Sundar actually has presented a memento to him, to Jimmy and Sue for their contributions. So the chapter initiative gained momentum. So there were meetups happening. There were actually the chapter team meetings happening. So both were happening parallelly. And you can see this is the first meetup organized by Tinu. And I think this is one of the kind of a Bangalore meetup in which Bishaka and several of the chapter initiative members are there. So these were really the crucial things, the meetups and the both from the community and from the chapter team. Which actually resulted in really building a momentum. I'll show some more pictures. So how that initiative in December 2008 really grew into a little bigger kind of a scope. You can see the Sanskrit academies in Center for Internet and Society. You can see the Malayalam academies, which I think they have been very successful in doing it in several places. You can see the Telugu academies that I have run I have run about 5 academies starting in 2009 itself in different areas near my hometown. And you can see the Kannada academy in Mangalore. You can see the Tamil, I guess it is in Chennai. You can see other language academies, Hindi, Bengali, Odia and Marathi. So this basic idea of a chapter and the need for the chapter and need for really the kind of growing the movement resulted in all these things. Then all these kind of culminated in the Wiki10 celebrations, which were kind of held over 90 places all across India. Most of them on same day, but otherwise in a span of a week. So that is the kind of a historical perspective I wanted to give. Now I will be talking about the India chapter as such, because not many people are kind of actually aware of what is this chapter, what is this foundation. My intent in this presentation, brief presentation, is to kind of give more information about the chapter. I think you heard of the foundation, and also we have a panel where we can actually take the questions from the audience. So Wikimedia India, we are actually registered as a Wikimedia chapter, that is our name, but we are called Wikimedia India because any chapter are called Wikimedia and then that country's designation. So you have Wikimedia Germany, Wikimedia Switzerland, like that. So we are Wikimedia India. So this is an independent, not-for-profit organization which works closely with the Wikimedia Foundation. As of last count, that is recent November 2011, we had 106 members. We have actually started, we started a membership booth yesterday, and I'm glad to report that about 46 applications were actually received yesterday. So actually our count now is actually 146, 152 is our current member strength. I think there is a lot more scope that we have to grow. So it is actually led by a 7-member executive committee. It is registered in January 2011. So what are the objectives that are set forth in our association documents? So the major objectives are the raise awareness and build capacities of individuals and institutions, develop and contribute to free and open educational resources by organizing meetings, seminars, workshops and conferences, to promote the advancement and the usage of free and open educational content offered freely and openly for anyone to use among the general public, professionals and society. So I think we all kind of understand the importance and the value that we attach to Wikipedia, and the kind of actually the information that we get through that is actually kind of a power for an individual. So the chapter has set out those objectives, and it's kind of working to really grow this movement and make these benefits of the Indic computing, internet, reach each and every Indian. So I will briefly mention membership details, because not many people would kind of go through the entire website. And so what are the membership benefits? By being a member, you can shape the Wikimedia India plans. By contributing in your spare time, actually you are contributing to the sum of human knowledge. By being a member, you can actually make your contributions felt, the impact of your contributions felt in a much bigger scope. You can participate in the executive committee membership and all other chapter positions by voting, by standing for these positions. You can develop skills, you can network with other people who share the same kind of interest as you have. And I think that in this kind of current day, the networking, that is kind of getting and maintaining contacts with your peer group is very helpful in your personal as well as professional kind of a career. So what are these are all kind of fine, but what are the real, is there something, really there is a real benefit that is very tangible. So discounted prices for chapter events like this Wiki conference, we had a discount because there is a fee. Of course, most Wiki academies and things like that are organized as free, but if there is a paid event like this, we will have discounted prices. And of course, members have access to members wiki, members communication channels like the members mailing list, where there can be much more kind of involved discussion among the people who are passionate about growing this movement. So who can apply? So as per our registration, Indian citizens above the age of 18 are eligible for membership. So there is a membership application form. We have the copies we have distributed, and you can actually collect one from the stall. And from a payment point of view, we usually accept only check, local check, Bangalore check, or any bank DDs or electronic fund transfers. Since we have a stall here, we are actually accepting cash for the membership fee. So the membership fee is very nominal, just 100 rupees for 1 year, and the membership runs from April to March. And of course, you can renew the membership. There is a grace period of 3 months. So I request all of you who are all committed to this this movement to please become members. And we are actually making it easier so that you can just fill in the application form and pay the 100 rupees and collect your membership fee receipt as well as the membership ID card. So we have the membership ID card. Since we are very young, the funding is a big issue to really run large scale events. And of course, so we are appealing to all of you and the people that whom you know, whether it is institutions, whether it is other philanthropists who can really lend a helping hand to this cause. So please do get in touch with the chapter, or please whatever the kind of a donation you want to make in cash, you can do the same thing today here, or you can actually contact the chapter, and we'll be very pleased to kind of actually acknowledge your donations and complete the processing. Okay, so that is about the kind of membership and donations. Wikimedia chapter focus, as I mentioned, and as you can see on wikimedia.in, when you visit that page, you can see all our languages, not all our languages. So this is still a work in progress. When I made this slide, maybe we had about 13-14 languages. I think we are about 10 languages. We got some more languages introduced in the other day. So this is a slide that will expand as we kind of grow this movement. So our initial months of the chapter have been really focused on really translating this idea into actually a organization. So there is a lot of organization build up that happened, and once we have done that through the membership forms and so on, we have actually started on the focus on the events. So we had our first event called the Seminar on Copyright and Open Licensing on 30th August 2011 in Bangalore. Then we did 2 Wiki Academies. The focus of Wiki Academies is actually in the hands-on practice, because many of the people may read, but they will get into a problem when they want to really type in Indic languages, right? So the focus is on in the Wiki Academies is actually on getting the people to really type and really help them and kind of get over that hurdle, so that they can really contribute to the Indic languages. Of course, if it is English, many people don't know the policies. So the first Wiki Academies, the focus will be on kind of really getting them up to date on what you can contribute. If you get into a dispute, how you can actually reach out to other people, so that so that we can actually make those initial steps less painful, and we can actually welcome many more kind of contributors. And so the one crucial point I want to mention is, this is, few people of our executive committee are in Bangalore, few are in other places, but we want these things to run all over India, and from the chapter and with the involvement of the members and the community, we can all do this. These are some visuals when we kind of started our membership drive. Ashwin kind of actually handing in over his first membership application to me when I visited Pune. And this is our recent annual general body meeting, where we met in Bangalore, and there were 3 positions that were vacant, so we actually conducted the elections. So we have the new, some of the people who are new, elected into the executive committee as well in this photo. What else is there from the chapter? So chapter, earlier I just used to go and talk, and I really realized that if you just go and talk, that message may stay only that much time or maybe a day. Whereas if there is something that people can carry, I mean, I think that message can have a much bigger impact. So we published basically the Wikimedia Foundation publications of Welcome to Wikipedia, evaluating the article quality, and a brief brochure that you would have seen. We are actually making these available for all the people who want to kind of who are running the Wiki Academies. So please feel free to kind of reach out to the chapter. Then we have the annual report, so you can see the details. We have the wiki, where we have a lot of discussions, and we have the blog, which is a kind of an appealing interface for people who are not comfortable with wiki. As you know, there are a lot of discussion. This wiki interface looks so confusing to kind of people who are not conversant with wiki, but there are many more blog editors, people who are contributing to blog. So we are kind of providing these kind of various mechanisms so that we can reach out to all our target. I'll come to the executive committee, and some of the members of our executive committee are here. So I would like to kind of some of you know, I am the president, Arjun Chavala. I would like to kind of introduce Naveen Francis to some of you who may not. Of course, he is very active. Naveen, can you stand up, please? And then we have Anirudh, and is not able to attend. Arun Ramratnam, and then we have Sudhanva, and then we have Tinu. So, and we have actually distribution from Pune, Ahmedabad, and Indore. So that way we have a distributed executive committee. Then the other thing is the city or language subcommittees. We initiated this long back. But it didn't gain the traction at the pace that we expected. But recently we announced the chairs for the specific languages. Jayanta for Bengali, Swaroop for Sanskrit, Subhashis for Odia. We are working with the different language communities so that we can identify the chairs, so that the people in those particular languages, we can actually lend all the help that is kind of required to grow that special interest groups. Okay, these are a couple of annual events that some of you are aware, some of them you may not be aware. So Wikimania is an annual event. It is run by the foundation in cooperation with a kind of a chapter or an entity. If a chapter is there, it is usually the chapter. So this year's event was run in Israel. So many of the Wikimedians from India have actually participated in it. You can see the photograph of our fellow Wikipedians in Israel. And the other thing is the chapters conference, which happened in March. Myself and Anirudh, we had the opportunity to kind of actually attend the chapters conference in Berlin, interact with other chapters, learn the best practices. As you know, we just got formed in January, so we had plenty of learning in terms of how the other chapters are functioning, what is that we can really do to grow the movement at a rapid pace. And of course, we are part of this Wiki Conference India, first national conference in partnership with the Mumbai Wikimedian community. Okay, in terms of the plans, we have, I talked about the Wiki Academies, strengthening the city language SIGs. The regional conferences is one more idea. I think national event is good, but I think it will again have its own limitations in terms of people traveling from far off places, sparing their time and so on. We also would like to have regional conferences, and of course there will be much more discussion on these things. The GLAM initiative, there has been some talk in Barry's presentation as well, and other presentations. Wiki Loves Monuments. We invite your feedback on all these things and your involvement, and with all of you, I think we can really make it a much more dynamic kind of a chapter which can really help grow the movement. The last one is an information kiosks, and there have been some more initiatives on our project page, but I would like to spend a couple of minutes on these information kiosks because this is an idea that I have been pursuing for some time, and I got support from the fellow EC members. So right now, most people, how do they kind of really get to know that there is a Wikipedia? Any questions? Any responses? How do you know that there is a Wikipedia exists? This doesn't seem to work. I will just stand here. Yeah, mostly I think Google, right? And before they become contributors, they are actually readers. People may read about our language Wikipedias, but they may really not take the trouble to kind of really contribute. But again, the access is kind of really limited to the people who have a computer, who have an internet. So if we have to really grow this movement, how are we really going to reach out to the people who don't have the computer or who can't afford the kind of a mobile phones with internet access? So that is another medium. Yes.
On the first page, which you have shown all the 20 regional languages,
Yes.
if over it you also have got a sort of inbuilt box, as
Yes.
soon as you put your cursor on, at least the letters of alphabet of that regional language should open up immediately,
Okay.
and that standardized font as you use in your entire this system can be downloaded by any consumer. Thank you.
Okay, it's a good suggestion from in terms of how we can improve our page. But I'm talking of how do we really, really reach out to the people who don't have the infrastructure. Can I kind of take the questions a little later, because I just we have a good question answer session. I just wanted to get a sample of the responses. So before I kind of share my views, so people who don't have the infrastructure, how do we kind of reach out? Suppose people who don't buy the books, how do they really get access to the books? It is the public libraries. Anybody can walk in. You're free to kind of walk in, spend some time reading. If you are a member, you can borrow. So if we can really provide access points, basically information kiosks are nothing but an access point for free. Starting with public libraries, okay, but maybe it could be extended to many more places. We can really reach out to a much larger audience. Okay. Even if you kind of provide that, the interface of Indic input actually is going to be a first hurdle. So the key, the technology has been changing fast. Now the tablets and the touch screens are popular. So now what I have in my hand is actually a kind of a modern smartphone. I bought it for about 13.5K. Actually a model is available for even much lesser price, maybe in another 6 to 1 year. Even for about 5K, we can actually get much cheaper kind of a smartphones. I have been tracking this, how the Indic computing is evolving, and what I really notice now is that you can access Wikipedias, okay, on your phone, okay, because it has got the basic browser can really read our mobile pages straight away without actually downloading some Opera application. This is an Android phone. And of course, I was surprised to know just a couple of weeks back that there is a keyboard application as well. So, keyboard application which works in most Indian languages, for example Telugu. So you just kind of download and install that. Of course, we need to kind of get this word out. Then people actually can be comfortable on their mobile phone in their own language. That way I think we can actually reach out. I'm inviting your feedback. This is just an idea. We tried some initial steps with the Department of Public Libraries in Bangalore. And like-minded people, we can actually discuss this idea, and kind of actually with all your inputs, we can take this further. So when the tablets with a kind of a 7-inch form factor can be available for about 10K or less, if we kind of set up some 3 tablets with a touch interface and which supports all the languages, you can actually provide that kind of an experience to the people who really don't have that access. So with that idea, and also with that idea, I would like to kind of move on, since we have some more topics to cover. We would like to kind of move on to the next this thing. But since many people have this issue of InScript keyboard, let me just give a little demo of how people can access, even if they can't type. If they can't type in using the keyboard, how they can actually use on-screen keyboard to really access Wikipedias. Let me just give a minute. I will open up the browser and take you to a simple application that I developed. I'm not kind of, since this is useful, I thought I will just share. Although I have some technology background, I have spent about 25 years in different capacities. I am not the best technology guy. So I am just giving a simple URL for you. It is called gyanpad.appspot.com. Particularly those of you who want to contribute in Indic but who are not able to kind of do, or who are not able to search in English, This uses the Google API to kind of really search in all the Wikipedias. Okay, I kind of actually select, let us say, the Hindi, I think, which most people would be kind of aware of. So you just kind of select Hindi and then go to this page. What it will bring up is an on-screen keyboard. So you can see the characters here. So without worrying about your keyboard, you can actually kind of type them. For example, if I just want to select ha and then a kind of a he, and then I kind of actually go into you can just read, and then the, okay, I just kind of, maybe this is not correct what I did. Let me just anyway attempt a search and then let us see what does it bring. No results. So let me just go back. It will kind of, screen will come back. Let me just put, okay, let me try now. Although so you can see there are so many articles which are actually sourced from Wikipedia, and it makes it kind of easy even if you are not comfortable with InScript, because there is an on-screen. So the on-screen keyboards and with the touch interface, when they are applied to kind of tablets, they can bring about a really revolution, and these kind of smartphones, they can really increase our access. So this is the few words that I want to kind of conclude both the India chapter introduction and the projects. Now we are going to kind of take up the noteworthy Wikimedian contributions. As I mentioned, this was recently announced. Arun, are you kind of, you need some time or are you ready? Okay, Arun is kind of ready to kind of start the noteworthy Wikimedian recognition session. Over to Arun. I will just show you this page because I have not taken you to the Wikipedia. I just stopped here. So once you click that, you can actually get to the Hindi Sahij. And of course, you want to go back and kind of access, it is easy. So you can actually show it to anybody. This is a simple kind of an app, web app. But I think life will be much more easy because now I am kind of comfortable in English as well as Telugu on my smartphone. I really wish that everybody is comfortable in English as well as the kind of a mother tongues that they use for any purpose on their computing devices. This is available and I am available, so if any of you want to try out Hindi, I have put some Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, those are the languages that I know, and of course we can actually try out other languages as well. There is a free multi-link keyboard which you can download for Android phones and experiment. And this has come from Samsung. Nokia has actually introduced some Hindi and Marathi phones in the past. I think most vendors are going to come up. it will just happen in the next year. With those few words, thank you for the attention, and I will be coming back as part of the open forum, as part of the chapter and foundation panel to answer more questions.
Of the chapters track. This is particularly very important, we think, because we've really not had any form of formal recognition for some of the tireless contributors who make Wikipedias in India what they are. And from that perspective, we thought that while we have a conference of this nature, we should exploit this opportunity to convey our gratitude and thanks to some of these tireless contributors who have resurrected or put some of these Indic Wikipedias on the roadmap. So we're trying to cover the special contributors, both for Indian languages as well as contributors to English from India. So what we really did is we had a process that was announced a couple of weeks back where we requested the community to nominate people that they thought were noteworthy contributors. We had some criteria defined. We excluded the executive committee and the jury themselves they were not allowed, they could not be nominated for these awards. Besides that, anyone could really nominate people. We set up a jury, and the jury comprised of the following 9 people. We tried to again get a cross-section of geography, the foundation, the India office, and the chapter as well as community members to make it as widespread as possible. So if you look at it, we have Archil, myself, Ashwin. Ashwin, are you here? Okay, I think he's running a parallel track for other Wikipedians. We had Bishaka, Hisham, where are you? Hisham's over there. And Jayanta from Calcutta, Wikipedian from Calcutta. Jayanta, are you here? Could you please stand up for the rest, please? Thanks. And then Naveen from the chapter and Wikipedian himself. Pradeep. Pradeep, are you here? Okay. There's Pradeep. And then we had Siju. Siju, could you please stand up? Yeah. So this was the jury that sort of went through the nominations that came in from the community. And we essentially wanted to recognize either contributors or folks focusing on outreach or any form. So contribution wasn't just edits, and that's what we encouraged. And what we have here is a summary of the kind of nominations that we received. We received in excess about 40, I think exactly 41 nominations. And a majority of the, majority of the nominations were for Wikipedia. And there are about 6 nominations for Wiktionary and some of them for Commons. So as such, if you look at it from a language split, we also tried to get maximum coverage by encouraging people to contribute nominations. We got a fairly good cross-section of nominations across languages. And most of these nominations were extremely creditable nominations in terms of the actual contributions that made this a very good exercise. So in a sense, this exercise had 4 objectives. One is discovery, because the biggest challenge we have here is that most Wikipedians are known within their communities. And if you ask somebody in Malayalam who is the Nepali Wikipedian, in all probability they wouldn't know them. So this exercise was to first bring in a pan-Indian recognition of those contributors so that we can learn from them on what makes things work for them. The second part was to recognize them. And the second part was to document their contributions because it's not very well known in some cases. And the third part was to recognize. And lastly, to kind of share their experience and proliferate it to other Wikipedians so that they can kind of know what made them extraordinary Wikipedians. Now, we had about 5 nominations from Bengali, 13 from English, 3 from Gujarati, 4 from Hindi, 3 from Marathi, 2 from Nepali, 1 from Nepali Bhasha, and 4 from Sanskrit. Incidentally, there are about 4 of those Wikipedians attending the conference, 5 from Telugu, and we had 2 from Kannada, 2 from Malayalam, and 2 from Tamil. And there were some languages which did not get nominated at all, which means that we need to do a better job of this discovery process for next year. Assamese, Bihari, Vishnupriya, Manipuri, Odia, Pali, Punjabi, Urdu, and Sindhi had no nominations whatsoever. Right? So, and some of these, we have never met some of these Wikipedians as well, though we do know some IDs, so there's still a lot of work to be done. Now, these are the actual nominations that came in, so you can go to this web page, it's there for everybody to see. And we kind of grouped them by the project and the language so that you can get a sense of it. Essentially, that's the 41 nominations. So without much ado, I'll go on straight to these nominations, but I'd like to share, put this awards in context. This is not the top 10 list or top 20 list. I'd like you to please understand. The jury had the most nerve-wracking job to do because it's never easy to kind of choose even a subset among contributions. So in that sense, we would like to submit that this is not the best of processes, but it's a humble attempt to make a beginning. We want to do this year on year and better the process as we go. So please do bring in your suggestions on how we can do it better next year. We did, in most of the Wikipedias, we had about 3-4 nominations, so we looked at it from that perspective. And in some of the projects, we noticed that for some of the projects, there wasn't non-Wikipedia projects, the Wikisource, Wiktionary, the jury felt that there wasn't adequate coverage of contributors, so we decided to take a separate approach for that. Whereas for the Wikipedias, we just went by the nominations and how meritorious those were. So I'll just take you straight to the awards, and we'll probably get started with that. So what I would request is, I request Ting, Vishaka, and Arjuna to give away some of these awards. And those of the Wikipedians who are here, please do come on stage, and we would like you to please take the honor. Badani is the Wikipedian that the jury thought we should recognize for his extraordinary contributions over the last many years. By far, he outflanks anybody in terms of the contributions he's made. 144,000 article edits. These are not overall edits. And he's actually, for those of you who have met him or who don't know him, he's a retired banker who started getting into Wikipedia a few years back. He sort of lives in some of the smaller towns as a bank manager. And he got into Wikipedia and there was no stopping him. He's not currently a very active contributor. He's focusing on other projects. But then we're looking at this over a 10-year window. For about 4 or 5 years, from 2005, he's been contributing, which is by far, we think, one of the biggest contributions from India per se. And a big applause for Mr. Badani. I wish he was here, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the conference. The next one is from Malayalam, and this is for one Wikipedian, VS son. His name is VS Sunil. He's okay for his name to be disclosed. He's contributed 36,000 plus articles. Putting this in perspective is a significant part of the number of edits. And we looked at all the histories. We tried to talk to as many people as possible. There's universal recognition for his contribution within the community as well. In that sense, could a Malayalam Wikipedian come on stage on his behalf and take the honors and say a few words about his contributions? Siju, if no one else is there, you should. Oh, come on, Ramesh, please. Come on over. Thanks.
My name is Ramesh, so I'm on behalf of Sunil. Sunil is one of the pillars of Malayalam Wikipedia and is one of the oldest editor. And if you look at the statistics, we always wonder, he has got edits more than a bot. Bot is nothing but an automated username. And he is one of the user who has got the more than edits of a bot which operates in the Malayalam Wikipedia. So he's something which is different for all of us. And he's one of them who brought all of us guidance for people like me when I started editing, or anybody who we ask in Malayalam Wikipedia. He helps everything. He helps through chat, from the user talk, everywhere he is there available for help. He edits day and night. I don't know what he is doing. He is doing some job, but you can see online every time. But he is at least a day he will have some edits in the Wikipedia. So he's a wonderful person, and he is worthwhile to get this award. Thank you.
And he's widely recognized as one of the key contributors in the Marathi Wikipedia. In fact, this was a community nomination per se. So would you like to say a few things about Abhay and his contributions?
Abhay has been a Wikipedian, and he's he's now also a bureaucrat also, apart from admin on Marathi Wikipedia. Interestingly, he is in US, okay. Most of the Marathi Wikipedians are actually out of India. Okay, some people are in US, some are in Australia, some are in Singapore, and also they come from rural kind of Maharashtra. So we have a good range of people. About Abhay, he has been doing lots of articles and these kind of activities. He's more instrumental in helping more editors to come in and add their more articles and all. Okay, he's an administrator, of course, and his contribution is very much there in Marathi Wikipedia compared to all other editors and administrators. He's one of the first administrators in Marathi Wikipedia. Yeah, thank you.
The next one's Ashish Bhatnagar from the Hindi Wikipedia. He's a very active contributor, and I'm not sure if you have any Hindi Wikipedians in the audience. So we'll give a big round of applause since we don't have any Hindi Wikipedians. And as discussed yesterday in the State of the Wiki. Oh, he's here.
Good morning, gentlemen. I am Dr. Krant M.L. Verma. I am in Wikipedia since February 2011. I do contribute in Hindi, English, Sanskrit, and Malayalam. This is my first experience to share my experience with you. Thank you very much, because there are so many contributors. They will come here and speak. I would not like to take their time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to Ashish for his contributions. The next one is Rajashekhar from the Telugu Wikipedia. Again, fantastic contributors with more than 50,000 edits, and he's been contributing from the year 2007. Arjuna, would you like to talk about it?
Okay, I would like to say a few words about Rajashekhar. I have been, my first edit in Wikipedia world is actually Telugu Wikipedia in 2007. I started, when I started exploring how the Telugu is kind of coming up in the free software, I explored how do I share this kind of information, and I thought Wikipedia would be the best way. Of course, I know that it violated so many rules of English Wikipedia that is adopted in the Telugu. So later I kind of interacted with Rajashekhar on several forums inside Wikipedia, and also when I visited Hyderabad. Rajashekhar is actually a medical specialist or a doctor by profession, and he is our number one contributor with over 50,450 article edits. He has edited diversely, starting from a medical subject like botany, zoology, physiology of a human, this thing, and Telugu movies, Telugu literature. I think he must have touched wide range of topics in Telugu. He was there in our Wiki 10 celebrations, and he actually gave a talk on some of his contributions, and it has been very, very inspirational for all the people who turned up for the Wiki 10. I'm at to I run one newsletter called Teviki Varta in Telugu. I have been actually asking him to to write, provide a kind of a e-interview for the article, and so far he has been, he has not been coming forward. I think many people among our Wikipedians, there are many people who do great work but who don't want to be seen in public, or who don't really like the but I think I am very happy to share these few words about Rajashekhar, and he is our number one kind of a contributor in Telugu. Thank you.
Thanks, Arjuna. The next one is is Satish Chandra from the Gujarati Wikipedia. I would request D.S. Vyas, another prolific contributor, to speak about his contributions. In fact, he nominated him as well.
Thank you, Satish Bhai. In Gujarati we always call everyone Bhai and everyone Ben. So Barkha, Ben, Bishakha, Ben, and Satish Bhai. Satish Chandra is his name, and he is really a intrusive and tireless contributor. It would have, if you go on Gujarati Wikipedia's oral history, you would hardly find a day when this person hasn't contributed. And when you see this person has contributed, you will never find less than 5 contributions from him. 5 is very minimum number, I'm telling, but whenever he comes online, which he's always, he would at least do 15, 20, 30. One approach, the best approach adopted and which I like most is, he created pages on nearly each village of Gujarat. There are 18,000 villages in Gujarat and we have 21,000 articles, so it's not true that each village, but he started creating, so he has probably reached somewhere half the way. And we have seen quite a lot of traffic because of that, because basic thing, whenever someone goes on computer, they get ability to type now wiki, google.in also lets you type in Gujarati. So people go and what you search first is your native place, then a person like me who is fond of food will search food. But this person, so we have seen people coming into their own villages articles and then start editing. And then some of them have become regular contributors as well. So he not only created articles, he brought people to Wikipedia and made them users as well. So he really deserved it.
Thanks for bringing that out. I just want to clarify, it's a nice point he brought out. One of the things the jury kept in mind is not just how many edits they made, what sort of community traction did they build, as well as what kind of community respect did they have. So these were various parameters we kept in mind. And most of the nominations you'll find universal community endorsement for those recognitions. Okay, we move on to the next one. This is Arnab Datta from the Bengali Wikipedia. We do have some Bengali Wikipedians in here. So could one of you come forward and... Jayanta, please come over since you know him better. Come.
Good morning, everybody. Arnab Datta from Kolkata. His username is Janaku Bangali. He is terrific and asset of our Bengali Wikipedia. He's done marvelous job in Bengali Wikipedia regarding after he came in Bengali Wikipedia. He is full-fledged completed first time one article regarding our India is Bharat in Bengali Wikipedia. It's assigned as a feature article in Bengali, and out of the four, only four. And as per statistics, he has done 13,000 plus edits. And now, as of now, his personal reason, he just stopped his writing because of his examination. But after a few months, he will come. Thanks.
We move on to the next recognition. This is for Chidrup Sharma. I want to also highlight that while we looked at the nominations, there were some emerging Wikipedias where there were some really great contributions. So we were very careful to look at these very carefully, because we're really comparing apples and oranges in a sense. So in that sense, please don't look at the edit counts in this case, but more the quality of the articles that the person has created. And in this case, I would request some of the Sanskrit Wikipedians. Is there anyone? Sumana, are you going to come over?
Namaste. For Sanskrit community, Chidrup Sharma is one of the stories I would definitely want to share. He is a 20-year-old lad who's coming from a purely classical Sanskrit taught medium. As in, he's studying in Gurukul, where he's only taught Sanskrit and all other sciences and mathematics or whatever that we learn today in our normal streams through Sanskrit as a medium. So he's definitely a treasure for us, and I'm very happy to have him here. But the only challenge was that he is not really very competent with the technical fronts. So he didn't come from a great background of, the computing and all the information technology that we probably would have learned in our very early ages. So however small the numbers look though, all these contributions I would want to mention that is just within about 5 months past. So 1,500 edits in the past 5 months, and out of them about 1,200 newly created articles is definitely no small deed. I'm sure everybody here would appreciate that part at least. And as I said, Chidrup Sharma is just one part of the whole story that Sanskrit community is building. Sanskrit Wikipedia has been adopted, I would say, from an organization called the Sanskrit Bharti, where we want to take it up as a serious project and work for the content development in Sanskrit Wikipedia. And we have many such Chidrup Sharmas working continuously, putting all their time and efforts onto this particular project, and I'm definitely motivated by the versatility and adaptability that the community is showing. Thanks a lot.
We move on to the next recognition, which is Bhavani Gautam from the Nepali Wikipedia. I do know there are a few Nepali Wikipedians in the conference. Is any one of them here? Oh yeah, great. There were 2 of them who were there in the conference, which is nice of them.
Gentlemen, good morning. I'm Saroj Dhakal. I'm one of the contributors in Nepali Wiki and admin as well. Bhavani Gautam, he is Indian by nationality, but his mother tongue is Nepali, and he contributes from Sikkim. And Nepali language is national language of Nepal. So this is a kind of unity in diversity. And he is bureaucrat in Nepali Wiki. And after his in Transi Nepali Wiki, we have grown almost by 300% in number of articles as well as the active users. So Bhavani Gautam is not with us today because he got a scholarship, but he is in hospital. He is getting well. He is under treatment. So he was planning to come with us and be with us. And Wikipedians like Bhavani Gautams are really treasure in Wikimedia community. I really appreciate his help and contribution towards Nepali community as well as Wiki community. And his recognition is actually a very suitable and appropriate one. Thanks a lot for his recognition. That's what I want to say on behalf of him to the Wikimedia community in India. Thank you a lot.
Thanks for nominating him as well. Yeah. The next one is a Wikimedian by the name T. Sujata, a lady who's been tirelessly contributing to the Telugu Wikipedia and by far India's most prolific lady Wikipedian. And I would request Arjuna, who knows her very well, and she's contributed to more than one project, which is very significant.
Sujata, I kind of came to know when I started contributing to Telugu. My initial thing was about Wikipedia, but I also tried to explore how is our Wiktionary doing. And when I kind of really looked at the Wiktionary history, only one name stood out, and that is T. Sujata. So when I tried to kind of contact her, I kind of was surprised. She is a homemaker, but she has such a deep passion for Telugu that she learned how to kind of edit in Telugu. She started with Wiktionary. Why did she start with Wiktionary, not Wikipedia? Any guesses? Wiktionary is so easy to kind of add a word which is not there and its meaning. Okay, and then add maybe one multilingual link. And then of course she is a very regular contributor. On Wikipedia actually she has actually been writing about Mahabharata. I mean, we all can imagine the length of Mahabharata, the Parvas, and actually documenting all that in her own way from the various sources that she knows. And it is a very, very commendable job that she has been doing. I think few other people are kind of helping, but the bulk of her contributions is in Wiktionary and also in the Wikipedia. Thank you. Let me kind of show. Yeah, she has also contributed to the Wikisource, but these are the two dominant things that she has done it. Thank you.
While we are with the recognition of Sujata, I'd also like to point out that we did receive about 3 nominations from Lady Wikipedians, which was fantastic. We discovered some of them in the process. If there are any Lady Wikipedians in the audience, could you please stand up so that the rest of us know? Any other Lady Wikipedians in the audience? Please stand up, we want to know you. Thank you. Could you just call out your names and which Wikipedia you contribute to? Can you just pass the mic around?
Namaste. I am Shubha. I am working for Samskrita Wikipedia. I am from Bangalore, Samskrita Bharati.
Good morning all. I am user Neta Hussain from Malayalam Wikipedia. So I have been maintaining a portal on biology for the past 1 year. I am a medical student. I am a third year student of medicine. So my interests are medicine, biology and related things. I usually do add content to biology related articles, then add categories to them. And in English, I mainly edit articles related to pharmacology. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sumana. As you all know, I'm representing Sanskrit community, and I'm more working towards outreach programs than the actual editings. Thank you.
We also had 2 other nominations. One, Priya from the Marathi Wikipedia, and there's another prolific Tamil contributor, which is Kalayarasi, who was not nominated. But she has another 6,000 plus edits, so there's some fantastic lady contributors amongst us. Okay, we move on. The jury had certain other challenges, so we had to figure out some way. There were some cases where there were very noteworthy Wikipedias or other projects where we did not get adequate nominations or adequate coverage. So we really couldn't make a decision that was representative. So the jury deliberated, and we decided that we'll have a separate set of where the jury would mention specific contributions. These are not through nominations, but more to fill the gaps where we did not have nominations, so to speak. So please recognize these are different from the previous set, which were all by nomination by the community. The subsequent awards, recognitions rather, are nominated by the jury, the collective jury, by discussion. So we did not have any nomination from the Tamil Wikipedia. We did try talking to them, but somehow they thought that the community had contributed together, and so the jury decided that we should recognize one Tamil Wikipedian user, Natkiran, for his fantastic contributions. We do have some Tamil Wikipedians here, so if you could please come and speak a bit about his contribution. Sir? Anybody? Sir, could you please come and speak about Mr. Natkiran? This is Tamil Wikipedian Mr. Loganathan. He is more fluent in Tamil, so he's going to speak in Tamil. I will translate for him. Go ahead.
நக்கீரன் வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியாவில் இருக்காருங்க. அவர் வந்து கனடாவில் இருக்கார். அவர் வந்து அவர் வந்து ஒரு டெவலப்பர் மாதிரி நிறையா பேருக்கு நிறையா வந்து பயிற்சிகள் கொடுப்பார். அவர்கிட்ட நான் பயிற்சி எடுத்துருக்கேன், நானும் இருக்கேன். நான் வந்து என்னுடைய பெயர் வந்து தகவல் உழவன், தமிழ் டிக்ஷனரியில் இருக்கேன். அவர் வந்து என்னுடைய குரு மாதிரி. அவர் எனக்கு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு. ஏதாவது ஒன்றுனா பைத்தானில் இது மாதிரிலாம் உடனே ஆன்லைனில் வந்து ஸ்கைப்பில் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு எனக்கு. அதை வச்சு தான் நல்லா பாட் ரன் பண்ணுறேன் நான். தேங்க்யூ.
So I'll translate that for you. What he did say was that Wikipedian Natkiran is based in Australia and is a very prolific editor. In fact, this gentleman is one of the nominees for Wiktionary, and he says Natkiran taught him the tricks of the trade of being a Wikipedian. And he used to use Skype as a medium. Though he was in Australia, he would connect onto Skype and coach other Tamil Wikipedians and bring them up to speed. So that is really what he shared, and he says that all the tricks of the trade he learned were courtesy, respects to his guru, as he called Natkiran, and he himself is one of the nominees, so that speaks volumes of the kind of peer training that Mr. Natkiran would have given. Thank you so much for your time. As you can see, we do have a lot of Wikipedians who speak their own native languages, and therefore it's more important we spread Wikipedia to these languages. The other one was Kannada. The most prolific contributor there is Radha Thania. We have never met him, strangely, though we live in Bangalore, and we don't even know where he's based, but he keeps contributing. While we are with the recognition of Sujata, I'd also like to point out that we did receive about 3 nominations from lady Wikipedians, which was fantastic. We discovered some of them in the process. If there are any lady Wikipedians in the audience, could you please stand up so that the rest of us know? Any other lady Wikipedians in the audience? Please stand up, we want to know you. Thank you. Could you just call out your names and which Wikipedia you contribute to? Can you just pass the mic around?
Namaste. I am Shubha. I am working for Samskrita Wikipedia. I am from Bangalore, Samskrita Bharati.
Good morning all. I am user Neta Hussain from Wikipedia. So I have been maintaining a portal on biology for the past 1 year. I am a medical student. I am a third year student of medicine. So my interests are medicine, biology and related things. I usually do add content to biology related articles, then add categories to them. And in English, I mainly edit articles related to pharmacology. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sumana. As you all know, I'm representing Sanskrit community, and I'm more working towards outreach programs than the actual editings. Thank you.
We also had two other nominations. One, Priya from the Marathi Wikipedia, and there's another prolific Tamil contributor, which is Kalayarasi, who was not nominated. But she has another 6,000 plus edits, so there's some fantastic lady contributors amongst us. Okay, we move on. The jury had certain other challenges, so we had to figure out some way. There were some cases where there were very noteworthy Wikipedias or other projects where we did not get adequate nominations or adequate coverage. So we really couldn't make a decision that was representative. So the jury deliberated, and we decided that we'll have a separate set of where the jury would mention specific contributions. These are not through nominations, but more to fill the gaps where we did not have nominations, so to speak. So please recognize these are different from the previous set, which were all by nomination by the community. The subsequent awards, recognitions rather, are nominated by the jury, the collective jury, by discussion. So we did not have any nomination from the Tamil Wikipedia. We did try talking to them, but somehow they thought that the community had contributed together, and so the jury decided that we should recognize one Tamil Wikipedian user, Nakiran, for his fantastic contributions. We do have some Tamil Wikipedians here, so if you could please come and speak a bit about his contribution. Sir? Anybody? Sir, could you please come and speak about Mr. Nakiran? This is Tamil Wikipedian Mr. Loganathan. He is more fluent in Tamil, so he's going to speak in Tamil and translate for us. Go ahead.
நக்கீரன் வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியாவில் இருக்காருங்க. அவர் வந்து கனடாவில் இருக்கார். அவர் வந்து ஒரு டெவலப்பர் மாதிரி நிறையா பேருக்கு நிறையா வந்து பயிற்சிகள் கொடுப்பார். அவர்கிட்ட நான் பயிற்சி எடுத்துக்கலாம், நானும் ஒருத்தன். நான் வந்து என்னுடைய பெயர் வந்து தகவல் உழவன், தமிழ் டிக்ஷனரியில் இருக்கேன். அவர் வந்து என்னுடைய குரு மாதிரி. அவர் எனக்கு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு. ஏதாவது ஒன்றுனா பைத்தானில் இது மாதிரிலாம் உடனே ஆன்லைனில் வந்து ஸ்கைப்பில் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு எனக்கு. அதை வச்சு தான் நல்லா பாட் ரன் பண்ணுறேன் நான். தேங்க்யூ.
So I'll translate that for you. What he did say was that Wikipedian Nakiran is based in Australia and is a very prolific editor. In fact, this gentleman is one of the nominees for Wiktionary, and he says Nakiran taught him the tricks of the trade of being a Wikipedian. And he used to use Skype as a medium. Though he was in Australia, he would connect onto Skype and coach other Tamil Wikipedians and bring them up to speed. So that is really what he shared, and he says that all the tricks of the trade he learned were courtesy, respects to his guru, as he called Nakiran, and he himself is one of the nominees, so that speaks volumes of the kind of peer training that Mr. Nakiran would have given. Thank you so much for your time. As you can see, we do have a lot of Wikipedians who speak their own native languages, and therefore it's more important we spread Wikipedia to these languages. The other one was Kannada. The most prolific contributor there is Radha Thania. We have never met him, strangely, though we live in Bangalore, and we don't even know where he's based, but he keeps contributing.